Hi, this is Adam Green, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'm so excited to be interviewing Adam Green today. Hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. Welcome back to Toronto. How's this tour been treating you so far?
It's kind of just the start, so this is our third show.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. You know, we're doing something where we're setting up a movie screen and playing my movie, and then after it we play a show, so it's sort of like a drive-in movie show.
How's the combination of Aladdin and then performing the tracks going over so far?
So far so good.
That's good.
You know what, we brought outfits, so we like we're dressed like how we are in the movie.
Oh, as you perform?
Yeah, and I
that's
painted
so cool.
a backdrop, so it's sort of like once you see the movie, then you're in the world.
Yeah.
After.
They were just setting it up on the Horseshoe stage, and it looks
Right.
so cool.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, out of all the classic films that you could have chosen to kind of put your spin on, why did you decide to go with Aladdin?
Well, you know, I had just sort of a picture in my mind that I could do Aladdin. I mean, I liked the old versions of it. There's a bunch of different Aladdins. There's like the Disney one that everyone knows, but there's also, like tons of. My parents used to read me a different version when I was, a kid at night, and there's some old movies like there's like a 1920s sort of, I think 30s version. There's a Russian Aladdin. There's a Pasolini, Arabian Nights. You know, there's so many cool versions.
Did you watch all of these in order to study, or were there ones that you've seen in the past?
Yeah, and I read the original Arabian Nights as well.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah, which is actually like a 1,000-year-old story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you check out the movie, I love seeing how you definitely created and put fans into the atmosphere of Aladdin, and everything was handmade, made out of paper mache.
Yeah.
How tedious was that? Because when I watched the behind-the-scenes video you put out, I was like, that looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it took, I think the build of it was 4 or 5 months. So we made 500 objects in 30 rooms. So, and it's all painted. So the effect, I mean, people, I don't know if they can see it on the show, but basically it's like you're in a real life cartoon kind of, because everything is sort of drawn and, everything's made out of paper mache. So there's nothing real in the movie. Everything is a man-made object, So but it actually tells a real story about, my own, like, journey through life a bit. I mean, it's sort of symbolically about meeting my wife and falling in love and stuff. And I wrote the movie during the time when I met my wife, Yasmin, who actually produced the movie. So.
Well, when it comes to either creating a record or putting a film like this together, do you find ones came more naturally to you?
As opposed to record or movie?
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm not really like a movie maker. I mean, I don't picture myself like that. I mean, I think everyone has at some point a desire to make a movie, and everyone thinks, oh yeah, like I can make a movie, but the difference I just did it.
Yeah.
But the way I would make a movie is kind of more of like a musician approach to how you make it. I mean, for example, the way I write is more in song lyrics. So the way that the script reads is kind of like it's a bunch of lyrics. I mean, I don't think people really talk that way. But I do think that people think that way. I think it's sort of, it's kind of like a labyrinth, and I'm sort of taking people through like a sort of different parts of a labyrinth of my mind, and then it's like, oh yeah, I got to this place, and you can see different, different surprises. But, I guess it's almost like an excuse to have people read. Because I don't think people would read like a poem that was 100 pages long, but in this case, because it's like visually interesting, telling the story of Aladdin, it's like, okay, well, this is an excuse to get people to like listen to 100 pages of basically like lyrical writing.
When you had the script, how many pages was it?
100. That's why I said
so it was exactly 100.
Yeah, I mean, I think more or less. I don't know. I think so.
Well, one thing I've been wondering for quite some time, so we've been following you on Twitter for, it seems like forever. Average Cabbage is your Twitter handle. So I did a little bit of digging, and obviously there's Average Cabbage Records, and the only other kind of connection I could find was Notorious B.I.G., his song Hypnotized, because the intro line is, sicker than your average, Papa Twist Cabbage. Is that where it came from? Tell me a little bit about Average Cabbage.
It was just a free association from when I was, I don't know, I think I was 12 or 13 years old, and I recorded some stuff in my bedroom. The Moldy Peaches stuff actually was originally recorded in my parents' house. And the Moldy Peaches was something I started when I was really young with Kimya, as just a home recording project. And we didn't even play a show for the first 5 or 6 years that we were a band. But we had these little tapes, and I was looking for a name for a record label to put out our tape on. Called it Average Cabbage Records. But so Average Cabbage just became a moniker. And the thing is that's funny is that when I joined social media like Twitter and stuff, I thought that that's what you were supposed to do is have a handle, because I'm just from the old school email days. I'm I'm Average Cabbage, it's my handle. But then I realized that everyone just puts their name or whatever.
Yeah. Well, being that we're talking about your Twitter, you send out some great tweets, some very random tweets at times. So to get a little look as to what you were thinking, I want to just run through a couple that stood out to me.
Okay.
So the first one is every woman my mom? What sparked that?
God, I don't remember that one. But, that's so self-explanatory. I don't know.
Do you feel like you're getting a lot of love from the ladies in your life, maybe? Or was it...
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the next one I found was Super Mario wants to push Pikachu down the stairs.
I think that was just recently because I read this article about how, the Pokemon revitalized
Pokemon
Nintendo,
Go, yeah.
and I just pictured Mario getting jealous.
And the last one was who is everybody always saying yeah to?
I don't know. I just feel like you walk down the street and people are on their phone and they're like, yeah, 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 yeah. I just feel like I don't know.
Everyone always has someone important to be chatting to.
Yeah, everyone's just saying yeah to everybody. But then I think one of my friends determined that it's to God.
Okay. So that's what it came down to. Well, I liked how on your Facebook About page, the description, usually people put genres there, but yours is Incredible Singing Man and Naughty Boy. So I clearly get the Incredible Singing Boy part, but what is the Naughty Boy part?
Naughty Boy is I don't know, subculture of men.
Okay. This is the first I'm hearing about Naughty Boy.
Naughty boys? I don't know. Some girls go for that. It's not quite bad boy, but not too good either.
Okay, so you're right in the middle.
Yeah, this is naughty.
It's a fine line.
Yeah. I don't know how people identify,
Okay.
Everyone identifies with, different stuff.
Yeah.
I actually met, I was in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's in New York City, and I came upon this gaggle of young ladies, and they were in a subculture called Lolitas. It's a Japanese subculture. They dress like Little Bo Peep or something.
Oh, okay.
They're all together, and they explained to me that, because I was like, is this some kind of a scene? And they were like, yes. It's we date guys called aristocrats.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the first time hearing of this.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
Okay.
Lolita subculture aristocrat.
Check it out, everybody. Very fascinating.
Japanese subculture. Yeah.
I know for the Aladdin film, you actually created a bunch of hats and created your own hat collection. But I often see you wearing many different hats. So how many hats in total would you say you own, if you were to kind of guess?
Yeah, well, we based the hats in the collection I did with Mitch. We based them on my own collection. So I probably have I don't know, maybe 40.
Okay.
I like hats. They're fun. Also it's just you can get really addictive because then once you get into it, it's you can just sort of you always want to have one on your head. If you're leaving the house, you're just okay, well, you just always put something on. It's you just feel like you're naked if you don't have a hat.
So you're feeling a little naked now?
A little bit, I guess.
A little
but,
bit?
But it's not so bad. Actually, my wife gave me a haircut.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I think that, it's kind of like anything that you're wearing, even like a cologne. If you get into cologne, you can just wear it all the time. And then you feel weird if you're not wearing it.
Yeah, I always panic when I walk out of the house without my rings on or something. You feel like you're just missing something.
Yeah. But actually, I want to start getting into making cologne. I think it'd be fun.
Really?
Yeah,
my friend, maybe your next venture?
My guitar player on this tour, John Wiley. He's an amateur perfumer.
Okay, so perfect combo.
Yeah, he's teaching me.
That's awesome. Well, just to wrap things up today, is there anything you want to say to all of your fans who'll be viewing? Just any parting words?
Well, it's too late to tell you to come to Toronto right now.
I think it might be.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, the people, I guess, should watch the Aladdin movie. You can watch it on, it's adamgreensaladdin.com. So people should watch it.
Awesome. There you have it, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for your time. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogya.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite artists. We'll see you next time.